Sorry, I'm so bad at reading. Hello, I look a mess. My camera's half battery. It's okay. Today we're gonna do a get ready with me and gossip session because one of my friends, Olivia, she not really, well, yes, get ready with me, but also like skincare. I've been sleeping over my boyfriend's house for the last like 3 days, and he has skincare stuff, but it's not like my skincare stuff, so I didn't want to like put new stuff on my face. I don't know how to explain it. Whatever. I stole a pimple patch though, because I literally, this pimple grew overnight. It was insane. Anyway, my friend Olivia has this website column thing. She's a writer. She started taking confessions recently in like September, and a bunch of people started really juicy confessions, and I just want to like share them with you. It's called The Bleeding Print. I'll link everything down below so you go check her out yourself. And if you guys want to put a confession in, do it, because I kind of want to do these every few months because it's like hilarious. But yeah, it's really cute. So let's see. Stories, gossip, click to confess. Yeah, you guys should definitely go check this out. But actually I have a little bit of like gossip of my own. It's not a confession, I just think it's funny. So first things first, I'm gonna take this mobile patch off. I had it on for like an hour, maybe hour and a half, and you see this little pimple was like huge earlier, but that's how much stuff is on my face. Ew. Ew, put that there for now. And I'm just gonna oil cleanse my face real quick because I have a bunch of little like white, I'm just trying to take stuff out of my face, man. And then I'm gonna take a shower and I feel so much better. But anyway, point is, right, so hands already washed, by the way. I'm using this Heartleaf Anua Pore Control Cleansing Oil. Yeah. If you guys knew what you were like bouncing on. Okay. But yeah, so then it happened like literally beginning of this year. So as you guys may know, I've mentioned it in many of my other videos that I'm not like, I don't have like a lot of like friends, and for the most part it's because of this one person which is like my ex from high school. And it was like kind of like a domino effect. Like I made a friend, this friend made friends, those friends made friends. Stuff is coming out of my face. I don't know if you guys can, you probably won't be able to see it, but there's stuff coming out. Those friends made friends. I met the ex. The ex was somehow knew one of my friends. Had a whole thing with that whole situation, whatever. And then me and ex broke up like senior year of high school. Found out ex and one of my friends were still friends, so I stopped talking to that friend. And then my other friends are still friends with that friend. So eventually I just like ignored it, but then people started changing and being weird, and then I was like, maybe these friends just aren't for me anymore, kind of like growing out of like things situation. So that's how that happened, right? Point is, this year, at the beginning of the year, I haven't spoken to these people in like months, and I post a lot on Instagram story, and I used to post a lot on like the add-on stuff, like, you know, like you add yours and blah blah, and you know, you get randoms in there somehow, like sometimes, not really that big of a deal. And then I remember I see this like random, and it's like, I forgot what the account's name was, but it was just like, it really stuck out to me. Point is, it really stuck out to me. So then I was like, interesting. I looked at the page. I don't remember when I joined, but I joined like Instagram recently. I'm like I know how to find out what accounts is looking at my page. Let me just put it at that. I know how to find what accounts are looking at my page. And this account was looking at my page for like 2 weeks straight. Does not follow me. I don't know who this person is. It was like a private, no follower. It was like 000 everything. So it was like, obviously this is a burner. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay. I did my little research, and I found out that it was my ex from high school. Mind you, this was 6 years ago at this point. So I was like, weird, haha, really weird. So I was like, okay, let's check what he's been up to, right? And then I look at his page, and a few months before this account was looking at my page, he got engaged. He was engaged. Looking at my page. And mind you, we didn't have like a great relationship. Like he sucked really bad. Like he sucked really bad. So it was just like, you know, we didn't end on great terms. I do not enjoy his presence. Doesn't even live here anymore. But I was just like, why are you looking at my page? After 6 years of us like not talking and like no connections whatsoever, because I don't even talk to these people anymore. So why are you looking at my page? It was just really weird. So I was like, yeah, blocked it. Anyway, point is, I thought that was funny. Now we can get into the other juicy gossip that is not mine. Okay, these are October confessions. Maybe I should start with like September. Let's go back. This one's called Questions. It's pretty long, but let's get into it. Okay, seriously, I think I have a problem. I like to think that I don't give much thought to men, nor am I male-centered, and I always advocate hitting that block button. The second a boy doesn't know the difference between there, like Sabrina Carpenter. But why do I still find myself texting the ex situationships even when I couldn't care less? The guy, I took him slightly seriously, but I knew it wasn't going to work. He got extremely attached, then left me for the exact reason I had told him up front when I was hesitant about starting this talking stage relationship. Once I gave him space and went on with my life, he wouldn't leave me alone all summer. He sent apology flowers, the first time he had ever given me flowers. Remember when I told you guys stop taking flowers from people? Or like apology flowers or whatever? Yeah, don't do that. Got my email from LinkedIn and sent me a 3-page essay pleading to get back together. It truly got to a point. And then after all that, I got blocked. I went through my summer unbothered. Did I go blonde to cope? Yes. Only recently did I start thinking about him again. Maybe it's the colder weather, my friends getting boyfriends, and just being in a new city living on my own. At a recent girls' night out, we were laughing about the guys of our past and how crazy we were to let certain behavior slide. Then in a moment of catching our breaths, you should text his name. So I did. Hey, the text still eats at my brain. I didn't even post about it to my close friends to update the girls. Truly, I am ashamed. But when he responded in a weird, nonchalant way, consider the itch itched. Sure, maybe it wasn't right of me to reach out. Then days later, after leaving his first response undelivered, I got a novel of a paragraph from him, calling me immature, childish, and other demeaning adjectives. Other demeaning adjectives. Pretty ironic coming from him. Should I not have sent that text? Maybe. He's still undelivered and I don't plan to respond. But where is the line? Should there even be one? When it comes to a sober drunk text on texting an ex, does an immature boy justify a social experiment? Is it hypocritical to say I don't care, then make a fake account to request his Insta? I'm blocked everywhere. At what point does doing things for the plot start being nonfiction? Questions. Okay, if I were talking to this person, if this girl came to me and was like, alright, we, joked about you texting your ex situationship, that was also kind of like annoying and like, I don't know, because that's like extremely mixed signal. Because how are you like writing me he chat GPT'd it for sure. 3-page essay? A 3-page essay? ChatGPT, run it through. Yeah, definitely should not have sent the message. Yeah, yikes, bud. Mr. Purple love affair. I was at Mr. Purple last weekend, tipsy off vodka, soda, and pretending not to notice how packed it was. That's when I saw him, my old friend's ex. We don't really talk anymore, but I knew he was always a sore spot for her. He spotted me too, smiled, bought me a drink, and before I knew, we were making out by the bathrooms like we were back in college. Okay, my card got full, I had to delete a bunch of stuff, but we're back. Making out with your friend's ex? What? 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 Making out with your friend's ex? Okay. Making out like we're back in college. I went home with him that night just to see what all the hype was about. Honestly, mid. Nothing special. The next morning, I did what any toxic ex-friend would do. I DM'd her on Instagram and told her, oh, wait. Oh, this is an ex-friend. He wasn't worth her tears. She left me on red, but at least now she knew. I don't know, I just had to try him out. Okay. Okay. Either... I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. Because it's like... First you said old friend, so I thought like... But now you're saying ex-friend. Ex-friend, and then like... hooking up with her ex-boyfriend, your ex-friend, and then telling her that he wasn't all that would be kind of funny if you guys weren't on good terms. So if you guys like, if she like screwed you over and you did that, it's kind of funny. But if you guys like kind of like just drifted apart, that's mean. That's really mean. Mid nothing special is crazy, and then letting her know is crazier. Okay, anyway. Anyway. Pretty effed up, babe. I'm 26 female, and on my best friend's birthday, she got drunk and cried about how she missed her ex. I spent the night comforting her, telling her she deserved better. What I didn't mention? I'd already been hooking up with him for 3 weeks, and when she blew out her candles and made a wish, I was under the table texting him to meet me at the bar across the street. On a scale from 1 to 10, extremely. 10. 10. That's not your friend. Like, you're not friends. Like, you don't care about that girl. Oh my god. Maybe I'll just do September right now. Maybe I'll do October in another video. Okay. Maybe in Another Life, I met him at a networking... Wait. Oh yeah, it's called Maybe in Another Life. Sorry. I met him at a networking mixer in Chelsea. One of those boring corporate things with plastic wine glasses and too many business cards. We both slipped out to the rooftop. 1 glass of wine turned into 3, and he told me he felt trapped in his job, his city, his relationship. I told him I felt invisible in mine. Yeesh. Before I knew it, he kissed me, slow at first, then harder, like the whole city had disappeared and it was just us. For a moment, it felt like the real deal. Okay. Then his phone lit up, a picture of him and his girlfriend smiling, happy in love. He begged me not to leave, but I couldn't breathe. I left him on that rooftop, staring at the skyline. He's texted me every day since. I haven't answered, but every time I pass that building, I look up at the rooftop and wonder if he's waiting. He's not. But, oh my god. If you're unhappy in a relationship, leave. Like, you clearly were so unhappy in a relationship that you were okay with kissing another guy until you realized that you were both in relationships. But, like, that's also messy. But also, like, not really. Like, yes, it's messy, but, like, in a sense of, like, if you left your boyfriend after that, then good on you, because you just realized, like, you're not happy. And you're, like, you want to explore more. But don't expect the guy to leave his girlfriend, even though he's also screwed up. But he should also leave his girlfriend, because, like, obviously you aren't happy. If you're not happy in a relationship, just leave. Just leave, okay? That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay. I'm gonna go shower, wash this off, and then we're gonna get into my real skincare. Alrighty, I'm back from my shower. My hair is in a t-shirt because curly hair stuff. I'm gonna use glycolic acid. Oh wait, where's my phone? Duh, we're reading confessions. I have to like hurry up because my camera's on like half thingy. I left my charger at David's house. Come again. Okay, this is the next one. Oh god. Okay. Okay. This one's called Come Again. It was supposed to be just another girls' night. We started at dinner in the West Village, then ended up bar hopping in meatpacking until our heels couldn't take it anymore. Somewhere between espresso martinis and tequila shots, I lost the group and stumbled into the lobby of the Standard. How did you lose the group? Oh my god, no! It's dying! I'm back. Okay, yesterday my camera died, so I had to stop. I'm pretty sure I was on this one called Come Again. I don't remember reading it all, so okay. let's continue. I'm literally continuing where I stopped yesterday with my skincare, so attention to detail. This is a discoloration serum. Discoloration correcting serum from Good Molecules, and I really do think this helps. So if you guys have like dark spots and stuff, I used to have really bad like dark, literally everywhere on my face, and I think this really helped. So it's called Come Again. It's supposed to be just another girls' night. We started at dinner in the West Village, then ended up bar hopping and meatpacking with our heels. Oh, until our heels couldn't take it anymore. Somewhere between espresso martinis and tequila shots, I lost the group and stumbled into the lobby of the Standard. Yeah, that's where I stopped. I meant to order an Uber, but instead I followed a guy in a suit into the elevator. He had looked like he had looked like Trouble perfectly tailored. Wait, he looked like perfectly wait, Trouble. Whoa. He looked like Trouble, perfectly tailored Trouble, right? By the time we got to his floor, I was laughing too hard to remember. I didn't know his name. We kissed in the hallway. We opened a door. I woke up in a silk sheets that definitely weren't mine. And just when I thought the night couldn't get more complicated, I heard a voice calling from the next room. A woman's voice. His girlfriend. Oh God. I sometimes, when I walk past that hotel, can still feel the weight of his hand on the small of my back. Girl. Ooh, Montclair State love story. That's the next one. I'm at Montclair State in Writing 106, and there's this girl in my class I can't stop noticing. She's blonde, always comes in with her hot pink juicy tracksuit and the one with juicy written on the back, and somehow makes sitting through peer review way less boring. She's confident in the quiet way, and every time she raises her hand, I pretend to look at my notes just so I don't make it obvious I'm staring. I don't even know if she's single, but if you're reading this and you know you are, want to grab a coffee at Paper Plane sometime? Aw, that's cute. Paper Plane is actually really a coffee shop, by the way. Next, I use this Eucerin. I'm literally sitting like all my stuff is here. I use the Eucerin daily hydration gel cream because it's really good, especially now in like the winter. It's just like perfect. But what exactly do you want is the next one. My boyfriend thinks I'm working night shifts to save for grad school. In reality, I've been bartending at a club in the meatpacking district. Ooh, the tips are amazing, but the real perk, the mysterious guy who always tips in hundreds. Last week he asked for my number. I gave it to him. Now I'm balancing two lives, two men, and are on one very thin line between getting caught and getting everything I want. Girl. Pick one and stick to it. That's it. Backtracking 101. The CeraVe sunscreen in shade medium sheer tint. I don't like foundation, but I feel like this like helps my face be a little more glowy. Alright. Went out to Mad Hatter in Hoboken last night, and of course I ran into my ex. Ugh. Hoboken really is just one big high school reunion of vodka sodas. He looked so good, like annoyingly good. We ended up talking, laughing, and then dancing. Why? Why? My friends were literally pulling me away like, don't you dare, but the chemistry was still there, and now I can't stop thinking about it. Is it the worst idea ever to give in to just this once, or is it even worse that I kind of want to? Listen, if you want to get back with your ex, I got back with my ex. We're great, but the thing is, we broke up mutually because we both just weren't in the right headspace. We both had just gotten out of relationships, really bad, toxic relationships, and then he was going through family stuff, and it was just a lot on his plate, and I just wasn't healed enough, and I knew that for my relationship, so I was like, well, that's why we broke up. But then we met up, oh, speak of the devil, met up again 3 years later, and that's why we're dating now. And we've like both healed. Alright, I did my concealer off camera because I was on the phone, but if you're going back to your ex, at least have it be someone that like did not cheat on you, did not disrespect you, was actually a good guy, and you guys broke up for a reason that like actually makes sense. Do not go back to your ex just because the feelings are still there. If you were unhappy then, you're gonna be unhappy now. Barista versus sleazy finance bro. Hello? What? Oh, this is the Rare Beauty. It's kind of messy. Rare Beauty in shade Encourage. Alright. I'm 22 female, work as a barista at Jersey coffee shop. People act like a Soho House. Wait, what? Act like it's a Soho House even though it is next to a laundromat. Baristas are basically the FBI with an oat milk stains. So nothing is private. Why is that so true? Not me, but I always do hear people just like telling people their whole lives. Like, bro, please. There's this guy I call Mr. Wall Street wannabe. He shows up every morning at 7:45 for his triple shot oat latte extra foam, which really means 3 shots of insecurity. Shiny suit, bad tipper, always smug, married too, since his sweet wife comes in on weekends with their toddler. Oh, okay. So when he walked in at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday with some girl who screamed bottle service means green juice, I almost choked. Oh, I'm like, where does this get where does this get juicy? I understand. He winked at me while she was clung to his arm. The next day his wife came in alone and asked if her husband picked up his latte that afternoon. My soul left my body. Now every time I see him I have to stop myself from screaming cheater into the phone. Men in Jersey really do the bare minimum with maximum availability. Well, yes. That's insane. Finance bros, I'll tell you. I need to get a new setting spray. I don't have setting spray. Alright, this is the last one for September, alright? And I might have to cut the video here. You guys can come back tomorrow for part 2 because I'm trying to post 3 videos this week. I'm trying. Okay. Hoboken girl to Hoboken guy. Okay? Wait, let me do my... I'm using the Avatar palette from ColourPop. I think you can guess which one I use for highlight. Okay. I'm 22 female. I went out in Hoboken this weekend with my girls. We stared. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I'm so bad at reading. We started at I think it's because it's the text. The text is like hard to read from like afar. Okay, maybe I'm dyslexic. I don't know. Hold on. Inner corner, darlings. The inner corner. Last one. Let's read it together, guys. Okay. 22 female, went out in Hoboken this weekend with my girls. We started at Texas, Arizona, and I met this guy at the bar. Tall, dark hair, kind of scruffy, but in a good way. We talked for like 5 minutes before our friends dragged me to another spot. Here's the weird part. Every single bar we went to after, I ran into him again. Like, we'd walk in and there he was, either leaning against the bar or with his friends. By the 3rd time, it felt like the universe was messing with me. By the 4th, my friends were telling me I had to go talk to him. I didn't. Tequila makes me bold in theory, but it's shy in practice. Now I can't stop thinking about it. If you're the guy I kept bumping into all night, was that fate or just Hoboken being Hoboken? Either way, I'd like to find out over drinks. You should have talked. You should have talked to him. Like, you should have spoke to him. I hope you found him. You should have spoke to him though. That's so... You should have spoke to him. Okay. This is the last one I'm reading for today. Also, my hair and makeup is done. It took 2 days to get this video done because my stupid camera died, but it's okay. Like and subscribe, follow me and everything, and I will be doing another gossip type sesh. Do I have time to film it today, actually? I might be reading the October ones today, and I'll post it tomorrow. So, make sure you guys check that out. And I'll see you in the next one, I guess. Come back. Subscribe and post notifications so you know when I post it. And let me know what you guys think about these stories, because, like, hello? But, anyway, like, subscribe, follow me and everything. And check out Olivia's stuff. It's all linked down below. And if you have anything to confess, please do it. Because I want to see. I want to hear. I want to see your guys' confessions. If you guys like this video, please let me know so I can keep doing them, because this is actually really fun.